Hi everyone, it's John here from CJM'S Events and welcome back to another episode of See You on the Start Line. It's honestly great to be back home in Christchurch after an incredible couple of weeks on the west coast. We had a round Brunner, South Island Ultra Marathon. It was big weather, big stories and a lot of memories. But now we roll straight into our busiest and most exciting period on the CJM'S Events calendar. We've got 6 events, 5 weekends, and honestly, it's the sort of period we absolutely love. The energy starts building, people start locking in goals, training becomes more real, friends start entering together, and suddenly Canterbury will feel alive with events every weekend. And this year feels even bigger than normal. 6 events and 5 weekends. Now, yes, technically there is a double header weekend, and that is the Bridge to Bridge Ultra Marathon, and that's on Saturday, and the Bridge to Bridge mountain bike race is on the Sunday. That's the 13th and 14th of June. It's just around the corner. And honestly, when you look at the calendar over the next month or so, it's just packed with variety. We've got running, cycling, duathlon, adventure, road, trail, beginner friendly, competitive racing, and it's genuinely something for everybody. And I think one of the coolest things about what endurance sport has become now, it's no longer just about elite athletes. These events are now about experiences, fitness, community, lifestyle, goals and memories. We've got the Canterbury Duathlon Series. This kicks off this Sunday with race 1 of the Canterbury Duathlon Series. And this is where we move to a brand new venue around Rhodes Park at the Tapu domain. And honestly, this series means a huge amount to us personally, because this is where CJM's Events started 20 years ago. Yep. This year is the 21st year of the Canterbury Duathlon Series. And when you look back now, it's pretty incredible to think what started from a small local series has grown into thousands and thousands of people taking part over the years. Some people who did the first duathlon series 20 years ago are still racing now. Others started there and went on to Ironman events, marathons, ultra marathons, adventure racing, and many simply used it as their stepping stone into fitness and healthy lifestyles with those changes. And honestly, and probably what we're most proud of, the duathlon series has always been incredibly welcoming. And you don't have to be an elite, you don't have to look like a professional athlete, you don't have to know exactly what you're doing, and you just have to start. The first step into any event can generally change people's lives. And over the years, we've seen that happen hundreds and hundreds of times. And other thing that makes the series look is the atmosphere. Winter mornings, people standing around chatting before the start. There's coffee afterwards, supporters cheering, and many people pushing themselves slightly outside their comfort zones. That's what builds the confidence. And the new Tapu venue is going to be fantastic. Beautiful surroundings, great spectator atmosphere, and a really cool setting for the series moving forward. Late entries are now open. If you haven't entered yet, you can jump in and grab a late entry. You can get those at canterburyduathlon.co.nz. Then next Sunday, not this coming Sunday, the following Sunday, May the 31st, it's King's birthday weekend, the Urban Estates Selwyn Marathon. And honestly, this event is building really strongly now. The field is tracking ahead of last year, and there are only about 300 spots left across all 3 events. And there's definitely a buzz around the event this year, partly because the prize money announcement. Urban Estates have added $1,000 for the first male runner in the marathon and the first female runner in the marathon as well. And then there are 3 separate mystery $500 prizes for a mystery time in the marathon, the half marathon, and the 10K. Even in the marathon, there might be a chance of, say, 1 in 200 or 1 in 150, depends on how many numbers actually finish. So there's good odds on winning that as a mystery prize time as well. Someone might even take away the $1,000, and they could take away the mystery prize as well. The half marathon has the 500 mystery as well, and the 10K. So we draw a mystery time, create it, put it in an envelope, Only one person knows, or two people know the number. That's myself and the policeman or policewoman who will be doing the draw together. It's put in a sealed envelope and we announce it at prize giving and work it from there. If the person isn't at prize giving who wins the mystery time, either the exact time or the closest to it, it'll go to the next person. So there's opportunities for everybody. So you must be at the prize giving to win. And honestly, while prize money is exciting, there's a lot really coming on top. That's really just the cream for the event. So Canterbury's standout running event because the course itself is fantastic. It's fast, it's scenic and different. And the phrase we keep using is where town meets country. And that really sums the event up. You've got sections through the open Selwyn countryside, then the incredible atmosphere around the Lincoln Event Centre finish line. And one of the standout parts of the course is running through Rossendale Wines vineyard. That section gives the event something special. It feels different, it feels unique, and it gives runners those moments where they suddenly look around and think, wow, this is cool. And honestly, those are the moments people remember. Late entries are now open and entries officially close on Thursday week. That's tomorrow week. So if Selwyn has been sitting on your maybe list, now is probably the time to lock it in. Register now at selwynmarathon.co.nz. The busy month ahead, then once the Selwyn Marathon finishes, we barely stop. We have race 2 of the Canterbury Duathlon Series, then the Bridge to Bridge Ultra Marathon and Bridge to Bridge mountain bike race as a double header, and then we go back to the Duathlon Series for race 3, and then we get a 4-week break until Find Your Way Home. And honestly, Find Your Way Home is one of the most interesting concepts we've really ever created. You know the start line? No, so you don't know the start line. You know the finish line is you're blindfolded on the bus ride. Navigation, strategy, decision making, teamwork, it's all part of the adventure. Part scavenger hunt, part endurance event, and people are loving the concept. That's one thing we're seeing more and more now. People want experiences, not just races. They want stories, challenges, adventure, memories. And events like Find Your Way Home create exactly that. Find Your Way Home, media attention. We got coverage with the press, with their article in there, and also an interview on Radio New Zealand on the drive home. So it was great to get that extra bit of coverage, and that threw a lot more entries in, because it's genuinely different. This, you know where the finish line is. You don't know where the start line is. Teams are blindfolded on the bus, taken to the start. Phones are sealed away. And then once you're released, you have to navigate your way home. And what's interesting is that people immediately start imagining themselves doing it. What route would we take? How would we solve it? Would we risk the shorter route, or the surmised shorter route? Would we get lost? And that's exactly the event, what it's creating, and a lot of interest. It's not just fitness, it's adventure, problem solving, strategy, teamwork, and creating stories you'll talk about for years afterwards. And honestly, we think this is one of the most unique events we've ever created. Right now, there's only about 30 spots left. We're just about onto the last bus. So if you've been thinking about doing it, now is definitely the time to grab a teammate and lock in your entry before it sells out. You enter at findyourwayhome.co.nz. Right, we had the South Island Ultra last weekend and we've got a video. So before you finish today, if you haven't already watched it, please go and check out the South Island Ultra Marathon highlights video from last weekend. This can be viewed on our YouTube channel. The conditions over there were absolutely wild. 4 inches of rain before the race, huge winds, trees down across the trail, and yet the runners still delivered incredible performance and incredible stories. And honestly, when you watch the video, what stands out most is just the scenery. It's the people, the smiles, the determination, and the emotion at the finish line. That's what endurance events is really about. Maybe you check out our further thing for YouTube channel. There are heaps of videos there as well. So check all of these out. Now, 5 action points this weekend. You need to jump in and do these. Number 1, lock in your next event before entries close or prices increase. 2, If Urban Estates Selwyn Marathon is your goal, get one longer session done this week and then look for that taper. Number 3, if you've never tried duathlon before, this Sunday is the perfect opportunity to start. 4, watch the South Island Ultra highlight videos for motivation. And 5, tell somebody what you're training for, because once you say it out loud, it becomes real. One thing we continue to see over and over again is people really regret entering an event, but they often regret not doing it. And sometimes the hardest part is simply clicking enter. Thanks again, everybody, for the incredible support across all our events. We honestly love seeing people chase goals, create memories, and challenge themselves. And if you can't wait for the next 5 weeks ahead, we will see you on the start line. Take care, everybody.